You're swiping. Left, left, right, left. It's 11:30 p.m. You're in your boxers. You are participating in the most radical shift in human mating history since we stopped hitting each other with clubs. You're looking for a connection, but it feels more like you're shopping for a used Honda Civic on Facebook Marketplace. You've got a bio that reads like a LinkedIn summary and photos you spent 3 hours editing to look effortlessly cool. Here's the blunt truth. Dating has stopped being a romantic mystery and has become a high-stakes, data-driven commodity market. If you feel like the game is rigged, it's because, mathematically, it kind of is. You're operating in a world of hyperchoice, algorithmic gatekeeping, and skewed gender ratios. This isn't about alpha or sigma nonsense. This is about social economics. If you don't understand the supply and demand of the modern dating market, you'll keep window shopping on an app, while your mental health takes a nosedive. Let's look at the price of admission. In economics, a market is just a place where people exchange things of value. In dating, the currency isn't cash, it's genetic and social value. Evolutionary psychology tells us that humans are hardwired to look for specific indicators. For men, it's traditionally been resources, protection, and status. For women, it's traditionally been youth, health, and fertility. You can call it shallow, but your DNA doesn't care about your great personality until it's convinced you can survive the winter. Think of it like our avocado toast. You might really like the toast, but if the restaurant is charging $50 for it, and the toast next door is $15 and comes with a side of bacon, the market is going to shift. We are all subconsciously pricing ourselves and our potential partners based on a complex set of invisible metrics. Before the iPhone, your market was your neighborhood, your office, or your bar. You were competing against maybe 20 other guys. Now, thanks to the attention economy, your market is everyone within a 50-mile radius. You aren't competing with the guy at the end of the bar. You're competing with every guy in the city. Who has a professional camera and a gym membership? This has led to market globalization. In a small village, a 7 out of 10 guy is a king. In a digital city of millions, that same guy is a ghost. The apps have removed the friction of meeting people, but in doing so, they've increased the competition to a level the human brain isn't designed to handle. In economics, this is called the Pareto principle. It suggests that in many systems, 80% of the results come from 20% of the causes. In the dating app world, data suggests this is even more extreme. A small percentage of men receive the vast majority of likes and matches. This creates a winner-take-all dynamic. Imagine a nightclub where 90% of the women are crowded around 3 guys at a VIP table, while the other 100 guys are standing by the wall looking at their phones. That is the digital dating market. Because women are the gatekeepers of sex and men are the gatekeepers of commitment. The apps allow women to be extremely selective, moving the price of a match higher than it's ever been. For the average dude, hypergamy is a fancy term for marrying up. Historically, women have sought partners who are equal to or higher than them in social and economic status. In 1950, this was easy because men held most of the jobs and degrees. In 2026, women are graduating college at higher rates than men and earning more in many urban centers. This creates a status mismatch. If a woman is a high-status earner with a master's degree, her market for a superior partner shrinks significantly. Meanwhile, the guys at the top, the 10%ers, have an abundance of choice, which makes them less likely to commit. It's a feedback loop of frustration. The women can't find suitable men, and the average men can't get a foot in the door. It's the avocado toast problem. The demand for the premium product is so high that the price becomes astronomical, leaving everyone else hungry. The apps, Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, are not non-profits. They are businesses owned by a few massive corporations. Their goal is not for you to find the one. If you find a wife, you delete the app. They lose a customer. Their goal is to keep you on the dopamine treadmill. They use Elo Score's internal rankings that determine how often your profile is shown to others. If you don't get likes, your score drops, and you become invisible. They then sell you the solution: boosts and premium subscriptions. You are literally paying a tax to the algorithm just to be seen in the marketplace. It's like a grocery store charging a visibility fee to a cereal brand just to put the box on the middle shelf. We think more choice is better. It's not. As we discussed in the paradox of choice idea, having 1,000 options leads to decision paralysis. When you have infinite swipes, you never truly commit to the person in front of you. You're always wondering if there's a better match just one swipe away. This is the grass is greener syndrome. People have become disposable. If a first date isn't 100% perfect, you don't work on it, you just go back to the app. We've turned human beings into Netflix thumbnails. You spend more time scrolling through options than watching the movie. In a crowded market, you need to signal your value quickly. This is why guys take photos next to cars they don't own. Or at gyms they barely visit. Signaling theory suggests that we use external cues to prove we have internal value. A Rolex is a signal of resources. A six-pack is a signal of discipline and health. The problem is signal noise. Because everyone is faking their signals on social media, the signals lose their meaning. If everyone has a photo in front of a private jet, the jet no longer signals wealth. It signals that you know how to find a jet on Groupon. To win in the modern market, you have to provide honest signals. Things that are hard to fake, like actual social real-world skills and genuine confidence. The result of this fractured market is a massive spike in male loneliness. When the price of dating becomes too high, many men simply opt out. They retreat into video games, porn, and parasocial relationships. This is the withdrawal phase. This is dangerous for society. A market with no buyers and frustrated sellers is a broken market. We're seeing a decline in marriage rates and birth rates because the friction of the digital marketplace has become a barrier. It's easier to order avocado toast on DoorDash and watch Twitch than go through the emotional meat grinder of a modern dating app. Just like the dollar, dating value can inflate or deflate. If you are a guy who only brings a job to the table, your value has deflated. In 1980, a job was a top-tier signal. Today, a job is the baseline. To increase your purchasing power in the dating market, you have to diversify your assets. You need social intelligence, physical fitness, and emotional stability. You can't just rely on one metric anymore. The market has become multipolar. You're being graded on a 10-point scale across 5 different categories. And the algorithm is the proctor. Let's look at 2 guys, Barroom Bill and App Swipe Alex. Bill goes to a local hobby group or a bar. He meets 5 women. He uses his voice, his smell, his body language, and his humor. He has a 1 in 5 chance because he's a real human in a low-competition environment. Alex stays home and swipes on 500 women. He is a 2D image competing with 5,000 other 2D images. Even though his reach is higher, his conversion rate is almost 0 because he's a commodity in a saturated market. Alex thinks he's being efficient. Bill is actually the one winning. Bill is buying his avocado toast directly from the farmer. Alex is trying to win a single crumb in a global auction. The only way to win a rigged game is to stop playing by the house rules. Use the apps as a secondary tool, not a primary one. Focus on real-world proximity. Join a run club, a BJJ gym, or a volunteer group. These are low-competition markets, where your honest signals carry 10x more weight than they do on Hinge. Stop focusing on the one and start focusing on the self in economics. The best way to attract capital is to be a profitable business. In dating, the best way to attract a partner is to have a life that is actually worth joining. If your life is just a series of Netflix shows and delivery bags, nobody is going to invest in that IPO. The modern dating market is chaotic, frustrating, and designed to make you feel inadequate. So you'll pay for gold status. But it's still just a market. And like any market, it rewards those who understand the rules and have the best product. Don't get bitter. Get better. Stop blaming the gatekeepers and start increasing your own value. Build a life that functions without a partner, and you'll find that the market suddenly becomes much more interested in what you have to offer. Now, put your phone down, delete the apps for a week, and go talk to a human being in person. Or don't, I'm a script, I don't have a heart to break. But you do. Like and subscribe if you want to understand the invisible forces shaping your life. Comment below, is the dating market bullish or bearish right now?